the next Apex Legends abilities. That's what we're going to be going through today. I'm going to be showing you real footage, not from Apex, we don't have that yet, but footage from other games that's most likely going to be nearly identical to what the actual character's abilities are going to be, just so you guys can get a good idea of exactly how this is going to look in game. Now, this video is not going to be talking about like the effects that this character's abilities is going to have on pro play. It's never been a pro player, never will be. Instead, we're just going to be giving like actual visuals corresponding to what the actual abilities are going to look like, so you guys know exactly what to expect. If you like this type of video, because this is a little bit unique, there's a lot of people out there that like to just repost data miner stuff to tell you like, oh yeah, the abilities is going to be a motorcycle, and then they don't really ever show you anything. You know, they don't add anything new to it. So if you like content like this, I would really appreciate if you guys would consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton, and you get more cool Apex Legends stuff on your feed. I promise we'll get into it in just a bit, but some of you might be old enough to remember, this is really how this channel got started. Back in Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, way back when, years and years ago, I was able to show you guys the Titanfall abilities of the upcoming Apex Legends, and it was like exactly dead on what it ended up being. And so that's what I'm hoping to do here, give you a similar idea, and just so you know exactly what to expect with this new legend. So, what the overall abilities we're looking at here, the general consensus, we'll start with the passive ability, is something with the ability to slide. Longer and faster slides are a big possibility. The ability to control your slides better are a big possibility. So I found this clip. This is from the game Slidegate. It's relatively popular, so you've probably heard of it. I'm going to be linking the creator's video in the description, so if you want to take like a more thorough look at this, you certainly can. This creator does a great job walking through the whole movement system. He's an Apex and Titanfall player himself, so I recommend you check him out. But here is the clip, and throughout this, you're going to be able to tell that the slides are longer, the slides are faster. You can even slide up the stairs. He shows us that. And you can also eventually get to it where you can control the movement of the slide. So you can turn while you're sliding and maintain that momentum going forward. So I think that's the type of thing we're looking at here with this upcoming player or new character. Axel and Overdrive are the names being thrown around right now. If the name ever changes, I'm going to have to update the title. But Axel or Overdrive are what we're looking at. I think Axel's like the name, real name of the legend, and Overdrive is just kind of like the code name they're giving it in the files. The next ability is so we'll go through the tactical next. The tactical, what we're guessing the tactical is some sort of boost pad or boost gate that can be used by your team, potentially other players as well. So this is something like a Ash portal, how she kind of creates a phase tear and you can teleport through it one directionally. Something like that, however, something you can enter or walk through that gives you a speed boost. So an example of this is, I mean, it's not too hard to imagine, but it's going to probably function similar to the Hyper Ring in Overwatch. This is Juno's character. And basically it creates a ring, your team can walk through it, and you get a little bit of a speed boost. That's what we're looking at there. So, I mean, you can think like you get an octane stem when you walk through the boost gate or over the boost pad, and your teammates can do the same. That sort of thing. The ultimate ability. What we're looking at here is a little bit ambiguous. The original idea was it's going to be something about a motorcycle, because that's what was found in the files. Other ideas circling say there's some sort of throwable that'll deal damage, or there's some sort of shoulder mount that'll deal damage, because the whole motorcycle idea kind of seems a little bit far-fetched, but we're going to go through both of these anyways. So the first thing I'm going to show is the potential shoulder mount. Now, if any of you have played Titanfall, we might be able to expect some sort of deal. So we're looking at something throwable or damage dealing, potentially shoulder mount. So if you play Titanfall, I'm thinking something along the lines of a Monarch Titan's like lock-on rockets that pop up out of his shoulders. This clip is not that. This clip is Juno's, again, back in Overwatch, the Pulsar torpedoes. And again, this is a whole video a creator made about the character Juno. I'm only playing short little clips of it, but I'll link the video in the description. So if you want to take a more thorough look for yourself, you can go ahead. But it's really simple. The rockets pop off the shoulders and they lock on and they deal damage. That's a possibility. You could also see something more throwable than this. I mean, this is like not really throwable. It's launchable off the shoulders. The other idea was the motorcycle. We'll entertain that idea. Now, being an ultimate ability, it would be some sort of like summonable motorcycle thing. There's something similar to this in Warframe. I only have a short little clip of it here. Again, I'll link the video. The character can summon a motorcycle, ride around on it. And in this case, you can actually come off the motorcycle and kind of throw it out, and it'll keep going and deal damage. Now that's a possibility, because if we're looking at, motorcycle being a little far-fetched, but something throwable and damage dealing, well, that kind of ties into this as well. So I actually kind of like this idea. I see that as a really real possibility. It'd sort of work like a trident. I'd imagine it'd be a little bit smaller than the tridents we currently have in Apex. And maybe you could jump off and sling it into a crowd and deal some splash damage. I see that as a very real possibility. Now, I don't want the video to get super long, so I'm not really going to talk about what I feel like these abilities are going to impact the game. At this point, it's just another legend. There's already a million of them, and the abilities cover pretty much any ability you could imagine, so it doesn't really matter anymore. You guys can go ahead and let us know what you think down in the comments. It'd be nice to start a conversation about that. And with my luck, there'll be a big leak coming out in the next couple days that totally throws all this out the window, and I'll have to make a new video. Hopefully not, but if there's some minor tweaks to what I've already discussed here, I'll probably just put it in a pinned comment so you guys can have that information, right away. But anyways, that is going to wrap up this one. You guys stay tuned for more leaks about the next season. We'll see you later.